Here, I would like to have your full attention. I know that if you're walking around or playing with babies or so forth, whatever, and you're not listening to these sermons, you're going to miss out on the very reason that you were brought here. Now, Yahweh brought you here for a very special reason, brethren. You're a very special group in Yahweh's eyes. I don't know if you realize the love and the joy that's being shared between Yahweh and Yeshua right now, just because you're sitting in this building. Now, Yahweh brought you here for a very special reason, brethren. You're a very special group in Yahweh's eyes. I don't know if you realize the love and the joy that's being shared between Yahweh and Yeshua right now, just because you're sitting in this building. A lot of people here have overcome a lot of odds to get to this building right here, to get to Yahweh's campgrounds. And of course, this is great. This is your calling in life. Yahweh called you to His house, where He says He sets people to train you to come to perfection. And I don't know if you realize, just how special you are and how special you're always going to be if you overcome the way Yahweh wants you to. It's an everlasting righteousness that will never change. Can never sin. Will never sin. Will never sin. Will never sin. That sin will be detestable to them and so forth. This is the beginning for you. The calling you to this house. Please, everyone, read these with me. Concentrate on every word I say. Everything that I bring to you here in this feast is going to be terribly important for your salvation and the entering of this priesthood if you got your hopes on it. I certainly do. I would like to be a part of that 144,000. I see the joy and gladness and the blessings that they're going to bring to the earth. He is still creating you to be like Himself. Therefore, as the elect of Yahweh, you didn't choose Him, He chose you. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. You didn't choose Him, He chose you. He chose you. John 6:44 said He picked you, and no one can come out of this world to Yeshua unless the Spirit of the Father draw that person. You were drawn here by Yahweh's Holy Spirit. Yes, the very fact that He has called you here to His house means that He has blessed you with the opportunity of becoming one of the greatest beings. Get this, brethren. Get this, brethren. Get this, brethren. One of the greatest beings, and remain one of the greatest beings, who will even judge the Malachim. You're a little lower than they are now, but you won't always be if you make it into that kingdom. He brought you here so He could help you to overcome. And through the knowledge that you will hear right here from the house of Yahweh, you can overcome and actually come to perfection. Come to perfection. Come to perfection. Now you're started. Yahweh has called you here. He's given you the opportunity. Become as a little child and want to learn. When you come here for services, don't come here to get up and run around every 5 minutes and don't listen. Get your mind on listening and concentrating to the Word of Yahweh. Get your mind on listening and concentrating to the Word of Yahweh. And brethren, when you leave here, you will be thankful for this, because this is the most interesting thing you could put in your mind. And brethren, when you leave here, you will be thankful for this, because this is the most interesting thing you could put in your mind. That's why Yahweh established His house, so you could know these things. He had to bring you a long ways before we could start teaching you this. He had to bring you a long ways before we could start teaching you this. To give you the opportunity to see. To give you the opportunity to see. To give you the opportunity to see.